Google's Gemma 4 family has quietly become one of the most downloaded open model lines on the planet, crossing 150 million downloads across all its sizes, and the version most people actually run on their own machines is the 12B. The whole pitch behind it is simple. You should not need a data center or a monthly API bill to run a capable model. This thing fits on a normal laptop with about 16 gigabytes of memory, and it handles text, images, and audio all in one model. What makes that last part stand out is that Google removed the separate encoders most multimodal models rely on. Instead of bolting a vision tower and an audio module onto the language model, they project raw image patches and raw audio waveforms straight into the model itself. That sounds like a small engineering detail, but it is the reason a model this capable stays small enough to run at home. The benchmark numbers are where it stops being just a nice idea. Google reported the 12B scoring around 77% on MMLU Pro, which is a broad reasoning and knowledge test. To put that in context, last year's Gemma 3 27B, a model more than twice the size, scored closer to 67% on the same test. So the newer, smaller model beats the older, bigger one, and it does it while using less than half the memory. It nearly matches Google's own 26B model on most tasks too. On top of that, it carries a 256,000 token context window, supports something like 140 languages, and ships under the Apache 2 license. That license point gets overlooked a lot, but it matters. Older Gemma models came with Google's custom terms that made companies hesitant to ship products on them. Apache 2 means you can use it commercially, modify it, and redistribute it without that worry. The training data runs up to a January 2025 cutoff, so it is not aware of recent events, but for coding and reasoning, that rarely matters. That base model is the foundation. The thing I actually want to show you today is a fine-tune somebody built on top of it, and it has one of the longest names I have seen on Hugging Face. It is called Gemma 4 12B Coder Fable 5 Composer 2.5. I will just call it the Gemma Coder. It has pulled in well over 3,800 downloads so far, and sits high on the trending board, which is wild for a project that one person uploaded as a hobby. What they did was take the instruction-tuned Gemma 4 12B and retrain it specifically for Python coding. And the way they built the training data is the interesting part. Most coding models get trained on huge piles of code scraped off the internet, and nobody really checks whether that code works. This one took a different route. Every single training example had to pass its own tests before it was allowed in. The reasoning had to actually produce code that ran correctly. For a small model, that kind of clean, verified signal makes a real difference in how reliable the output feels. There is a backstory baked into that name that explains why this thing spread so fast. The model learned from two reasoning sources. The main one is called Composer 2.5, and the builder kept only the solutions where the code passed its tests. The second source is Fable 5, which is one of Anthropic's models. The clever bit is that Fable 5 was handed all the hard problems Composer got wrong and asked to solve them again from scratch with fresh reasoning. So this tiny local model basically absorbed the thinking style of a much more powerful system. And here is the part people found funny. Fable 5 launched in early June, and within days its access got suspended under an export control directive. Most people cannot even use the hosted version anymore. But its reasoning had already been distilled into this open model, so you can now run that thinking style offline on an 8 GB graphics card. People on Twitter kept calling it the ghost that lives on in open source, and that reputation is a big reason the downloads climbed so quickly. One thing that shows how fresh all of this is: when the model first went up, it reported only 131,000 token context window. A community member caught it, and it turned out to be a bug in Google's original config file, not anything the fine-tuner did wrong. The actual weights were always fine. The creator repatched every quantized version back to the full 256,000 context, so if you downloaded an early copy, grab it again. The builder has also already shipped a version 2 that focuses much harder on agentic and tool-using tasks, plus a full precision master file if you want to roll your own builds. Let me get it running, because this is the easy part. I am using Ollama since it is the simplest way in. First thing, make sure your Ollama is fully updated, because this model uses the new Gemma 4 architecture and older versions of Ollama will just refuse to load it. Once that is sorted, the command is short. You run Ollama run, then the Hugging Face path for the model, with Q4KM tagged on the end. That Q4KM is the recommended size at around 6.5 gigabytes, which is the sweet spot for most machines. There is a smaller 4.5 gigabyte version if you are tight on memory, and bigger Q6 and Q8 versions if you have room and want higher quality. Ollama pulls it straight from Hugging Face, so there is nothing else to set up. Give it a minute to download. While that is going, a quick note on settings. The creator recommends a temperature of 1, top P at 0.95, top K at 64, and a repetition penalty of 1.1. That repetition penalty actually matters here. If you leave it off, the model can get stuck and start repeating strings, like a long line of zeros, so set it. If you are doing pure coding and want predictable answers, you can also drop the temperature down to 0 for more deterministic output. Now let me throw a couple of prompts at it. I will start by asking it to write a Python function that finds the longest palindrome inside a string, and watch what happens first. It reasons through edge cases and the approach, then gives you a clean function at the end. That thinking step is not for show. It is how the model was trained, and if you turn it off, the quality actually drops on harder problems. Let me give it a second prompt and ask it to clean up a messy nested loop into something more readable. Same pattern. It reasons, then it writes. For these focused, self-contained coding tasks, it holds up better than I expected from a 12B model running entirely on my own hardware. Also, LM Studio is the other easy option. It gives you a graphical interface where you download the model file, import it, set those same sampling values, and chat with it like any other app. There are other tools too, like Jan or running llama.cpp directly if you want fine control. And the model page even lists newer agent tools you can connect it to. But for most people, Ollama or LM Studio is all you need, so who should actually use this? If you want a private coding helper that runs free, works offline, and is strong on Python and algorithm-style problems, this is a solid pick. Students, hobbyists, people on metered internet, and anyone who does not want their code leaving their machine will get real value out of it. The honest limit is on the heavy, agentic stuff. The first version got shaky when you asked it to read through many files and chain a long series of tool calls together. It works in bursts there, but I would not leave it running unwatched on a big codebase. That is exactly the weakness the version 2 release was built to fix, so it is worth keeping an eye on. 2 warnings before you go. This fine-tune is derefused, meaning the safety guardrails were stripped to keep it task-focused, so it will answer things the base model would decline. If you put it anywhere near production, add your own guardrails. And it is Python and English-centered, so do not treat it as a general knowledge chatbot. Double-check any plain facts it gives you. What makes this release stick with me is not that it beats the big cloud models, because it does not. It is what it represents. A model small enough to run on hardware you already own, carrying the reasoning fingerprint of systems you cannot even access anymore. That is a real shift in where local AI is heading. Smaller models, better reasoning, no cloud, no bills. Try it through Ollama or LM Studio. Run your own prompts and see how it does on your actual work. Alright, so that's it from the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.